Hello, this is Shag, Married, Annoyed. Please keep me anonymous.
This week's episode, we are joined by the disgustingly cool, handsome, smelt nice,
He did smell
lovely
nice.
guy,
Yeah,
Mo Gilligan.
Mo Gilligan. Just a lovely fella. We had a good chat. I have never met someone with such Jo Malone knowledge.
Oh, yeah. The Jo Malone knowledge will blow your mind.
The man's an onion. The man's an onion. Peel him, he's got layers. It's fantastic. A really, really good chat. Mo's tour, The More You Know, is on sale now. The tour will see him. I mean, Rosie, he's going United States,
word.
Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Norway, Sweden, Ireland, Finland, Netherlands, France, Belgium, Estonia, Latvia, Germany, and Portugal.
Wow.
As well as UK dates. Because we've got no fans in all of the places I just mentioned.
This is like, do you know all of these places?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go.
Right?
Like, I might take this home.
Do you want to carry his bags?
No. Is he looking for a nanny? No, but Jen, I might take this home, put it on my mood board, and just take them off as I go.
Where is this mood board?
I haven't made it yet.
Great. So you'll need a mood board for what a MoGilligan.com for tickets to his tour that is hitting the UK and all of those countries that are just, could you be arsed? Portugal, that's nice, isn't it?
You have a lovely time.
In September last year, he launched a podcast with Babatunde, Aléshé and Eddie Kadi. Man Like You, it's called. The three come together to have unfiltered conversations where nothing is off limits. Three very funny fellas. Hell of a podcast to listen to, but listen to this one first.
Enjoy.
And subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to die.
So cringe. I felt embarrassed. I think he felt embarrassed. I think you felt embarrassed for me.
If there was a window, I'd have climbed out of that train. It was horrible.
So 9 times out of 10, I get there. I'm like, oh, can
Get somebody
I'm like,
iron
can I
this.
press these clothes? And they're like, yeah, sure, give it to us. I'm like, it's these ones on me. So I'm going to give you these. You just give them back in like 10. But don't come in it because I'll be in my boxer shorts. It's always the one show. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Whenever I do the one show, I never have like the outfit. I don't. Sometimes I bring it, but 9 times out of 10, I'm like, it's just this, isn't it?
That's
But it's a bit
fantastic.
dusty, so I'm like, yeah, if you can just press them. And like, have you got it? I'm
my
like, it's these,
God.
isn't it? Just
They're like lifting up
love
your top
that.
and like steaming while you've got it on. I'm surprised you don't do that, actually.
That fucking I am going to now.
No,
that
that
is
is so-
absolutely
because
my
then
vibe.
when you leave, because not if I ever do the one show, I leave and I'm in Central, so I might just like go and grab some food, and I've got like a full face of makeup. I've got some pressed clothes. Go
You're
back
looking
out.
sharp.
It's fantastic. Yeah, man, fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
No, I've got like now, which is mad, which I never had. I've got like a certain part of my wardrobe that's like just telly, and my shoes. These shoes will now not see outside until I've worn them a few times, and then I go right. Okay, now you can go out, because I once did the spin-off show for Strictly. What's that called? That Ryland?
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. I did that, and me and my sister and my mum, we combined it with a London trip. And I went on, and my boots were disgusting. The zip was broken, so I had to sit like this the whole time during the interview. And my mum was like, "This is really, really bad, Rosie. Like, you need some different." Like, so now I've had to have different stuff for different things, which is
you got to have your TV
sad
stuff.
times.
I'm very surprised that you just threw on whatever, mate. You're always immaculately
No,
turned
but
out.
I do have a ton of clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you?
I've got a lot of clothes. Like I donate, so probably like every 2-3 months I donate a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
Or like last year I done like a little pop-up shop where I just sold loads of the stuff that I didn't want to give to charity. And in my head I
The
was
expensive stuff.
yeah.
Come on.
The Stone Island. I was like, I gotta get this money back, man.
Yeah. Gucci, Prada. Yeah.
Yeah, so I done a little pop-up shop, which was quite fun because I used to give the stuff to my friends, and then some of it is so new that I've not worn it before. Sometimes you might get some stuff like that's brand new that a brand sends to you, and then I started giving it to my friends, but they started getting a bit snobby. It was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, I might take it. I'm like, what do you mean you might take it? You're either taking it or you're not. So then I done the pop-up shop, which was quite cool.
That's good. That is a good idea.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I give loads of my old clothes to my best friend Angela. And what I've noticed is whenever we go out, she had my skirt on that I gave her not long ago. And I kind of wanted it back. She had it on. I was like,
Oh,
I actually,
Rosie's
I
brother.
actually really regret giving
Remember,
it.
I used to give your brother all my clothes, and I'd be like, "Oh, this bit there, just a bag of stuff. Well, there you go."
Yeah,
and he would
yeah.
somehow like get them and combine them together to make the fucking freshest outfit. And then you turn up and I'll be like, oh, I didn't think to put them with that. I'd be fucking furious. I'd be like, I want them back. You look shit hot.
Yeah. Well, there's a question. Do you think in another life, would you like to do like styling or do you think you could do something like that?
No, I don't think I could do it full time properly as a job. I didn't mind doing it. I was in retail. That was fun. That was fun.
Where did you work?
Yeah. Oh, where didn't I work? Oh my God, I had worked in Thomas Pink, the shirt shop.
Right, okay.
I think they're not.
That.
I don't think they exist anymore. But
I've got a couple of ties.
Yeah.
Pink. I've got a couple of pink ties. Yeah.
Oh,
So I worked there. Jo Malone is the one that most people know me for. I mentioned it in my stand-up a few times.
This perfume store?
Yeah,
wow.
that was like my first job,
Candles.
first proper job. Yeah,
all the stuff you've done in your career, I knew Jo Malone would be. Look at her fucking face. Look at how excited
I can talk Jo Malone, you know.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What's the basil and
lime basil mandarin?
mandarin.
Yeah, signature scent. Come
You're
on, man.
joking.
That was the first one she ever invented. I know so much about it, you know. So listen. When I went to, they've got this GQ Man of the Year award thing, right?
Yeah.
I got invited last year, and Jo Malone were one of the sponsors.
Oh my God.
So when I sat on the table, it was like everyone from head office was there, and I was like, "Oh Mo, like we're big fans. We've seen your stuff." And I was like, "You've seen it?" It's like, "Yeah, because we know you talk about the brand and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I met like someone who's like really high head up, like one of the CEOs, and she was like, "Oh my God, I know there's loads of people here, but I was so excited to meet you. And I heard you worked at the store." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What's going on with the archive collection? Are you bring, because I know all of them, innit? So there's one of my favorites is Blue Agave and Cacao. It's like a sweet one. So I was like, "You bringing back the archive?" There's like, "You know about the archive?" I said, "Yeah." And in my head, I was like, "Mo, come on, let's get a branded deal out of this."
Yeah, why?
Come on, man.
I'm not being funny.
Do their parties.
Oh, yeah.
As a corporate gig.
Yeah. Listen, I've been trying, you know. I mentioned them I'm mentioning them right now.
Well, here they are. Do they not do like a specific men's?
So their stuff is unisex, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What, peony blush?
I won't say purely blush, but 154. 154.
Oh, okay,
Because it's a mixture of both. Do you know what I mean?
more.
Like pomegranate noir. But then when you fragrance combine it with, this is what I mean. I know all this stuff.
More, I did not expect this.
Bro, like, so when I worked there, that was like my first job. And I was at time when I was at uni, so I was only ever really working there like weekends. I've done the Christmas temp period.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I worked on the shop floor. And you got to do your training. That's how I knew so much about it. And they tell you so much because it does help you with the customers, because the customers really know. You know, I worked in their store in Sloane Street, and a lot of the customers have got money in there. They'll come in and be like, "Hi, I need 6 candles. What have you got that can combine with a pomegranate noir and a eucalyptus?" And you're like, "Oh,
shit.
English pear and freesia? What kind of scents will I get from that? Very fresh, really liven up and change your Christmas scent. Great, give me 4 of them." And you're like, 4? Okay, you think 4 of the small ones?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, 4, the big ones. The big ones.
3 wickers.
When I worked there, the big ones, they were $260 at the time. I don't know what they are now.
Be more than that.
But they're probably a little bit more than that now. But
People
that
have
has a
4
sale.
of them on the belt.
Yeah.
4 of them. That's a fucking bonfire.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Good smelling one, but that's a lot of fire.
And then they've got the creams as well. So the creams, we'd have to do these hand and arm massages. So,
oh my God, the little sinks.
Yes,
with the balls.
yeah.
And did you do all of those?
I did, and I hated every minute of that. Oh my gosh. I remember I'd done one and I was like, I think I want to go in the stockroom now. Because basically, people would come. So when we worked at Sloane Street, we'd get people that would come and they'd come into London and they'd be like, it's a day out. Want to get a hand and arm massage.
Yeah.
We might buy some stuff. 9 times out of 10, people bought the stuff. And then the store opened up in Westfield, and like when Westfield first opened.
Nice.
So where Jo Malone is in that place in Westfield in Shepherd's Bush. It's called the Village. So you've got a lot of the high-end shops, Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. So you had people just going into Westfield because it's this new shopping centre that everyone's talking about. And I worked in there, and you get people that have never heard of the brand before, and they'd be like, "What's all this about? And this is not. Never heard of this. Never seen this never seen this in Body Shop. Like, oh, this is Jo Malone." And you know, I had this one man. She's like, "Yeah, offer them a hand and arm massage." I'm like, this man does not want a hand and arm massage, especially from me. So then I had, because you know you're a sales assistant, so you do what they say. You be like, "Yeah, if you want to try anything, you can get a hand and arm massage." And I'm thinking he's going to say no. He's like, "Yeah, come on, I'll have one of them." And he'd get his hand out. You'd have to wipe their hand. And what it was about, fragrance combining. So we might use one of the body cremes, yeah? The body creme is much thicker, yeah? So we'd have to use maybe the salt scrub, yeah? So this guy was sitting there.
It was.
It's in a little bowl of water.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And then I'm like scrubbing his arm with the salt. And then you take it off. And I'm like,
Was
what
there
do you
any-
think about that?
Was there any eye contact during this?
No, so he's sitting there having a full-on conversation. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this. Why are you enjoying the process? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fantastic. So who's your favourite football team then? Bro, come on, let's just wrap this up, man. I know you're not buying nothing. You know I don't want to do it. So I would rub his arm, then he'd put on the cream, and then you get like a scent that he likes, hoping that he'd buy something. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, well, I'll go walk around. I'll come back. I'm like, he's not coming back.
Never coming back.
I've just scrubbed this man's hairy arm.
Prison tats.
Disgusting. It was horrible. So then I worked in the stockroom, and I love the stockroom because I used to work with a guy called Stuart, proper lad, proper geezer, and we had our own little vibe in the stockroom, and it was always fun because sometimes you get like the odd celebrity that would come in, and it's mad because now I've met these celebrities, but they don't know that I served them in Jo Malone.
Nice.
Funny.
Yeah, so I met what's that singer, Ellie Goulding, and I served her, and I remember everyone in the store was like, oh my God, it's Eddie Goulding. And you get the manager was like, hi, man, would you want me to serve you? And she was so cool. She's like, no, I'm okay. Like, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
But she was lovely. There was another actor who came in. Once Ian Wright came in.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my childhood, like, idol when it comes to football.
Yeah.
And Stuart, the guy I worked with, was like, hey, mate, you never guess who's upstairs? I was like, who's that? He's like, Ian Wright's up there. I said, no way. And I went upstairs just to refill the candles. We didn't need candles. And it was just me going like this, looking at Ian Wright, and then he looked at me and I was like, you right, righty? And then he was like, yeah, what's up, man? You're right. And I went down to the stockroom and I said to Stuart, I was like, oh my God, Ian Wright just said hi to me. And it was, and then fast forward, I remember meeting him one time at like an Arsenal game. So there's some nice like 360 moments.
Love
and the
that.
brand sometimes often will send me like the odd like candle or cologne and
that.
stuff. But
Wow.
I'm available for Christmas adverts if you're listening. So
I think you should do like a
Yeah.
full front thing of like
God,
home
can you
scent.
like? Sorry, so as comedians, Rosie, we've done them a couple of times. We did Jet 2 Christmas party.
Yeah.
We did the corporate gigs. They call it
yeah.
Christmas.
yeah, I've done a couple of corporate ones.
Yeah, so they call it.
yeah.
If anybody listening or watching who doesn't understand what I mean, it's like a corporate gig is basically a big company will book you as a comedian to either host an award ceremony or just do it like an after dinner speech.
Yeah,
or like
I've done Dreams Beds recently.
Dreams beds.
Did you?
Good.
Good, man.
I've
Oh,
done
bet.
in the past. I've done home bargains.
Ooh.
Chris gets the quite like
They're on brand. They're on brand for me.
They're more.
They're very on
Have you
brand
done
for me.
Domino's?
Hey.
Have you done Domino's? I've done Domino's pizza. That was quite fun.
No.
Fuck me, I got pizza on a train with Domino's. I should have done the Domino's
would've
one.
So
loved
the
Domino's.
the Domino's one I done was really fun, but they're very like
Yeah.
rivalry.
Yeah.
But love doing the corporates,
So,
man.
well,
Some
my
nice vibe.
point is, I mean, talk about specific. You would tear the fucking roof
I know.
off a
yeah.
Joe Malone corporate.
You
and
would?
No, I could stand at the back and watch you, and I wouldn't get a single gag.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would be
yeah.
sent specific. It would be the most tailor. They're missing a trick. Joe Malone, if you ever have a Christmas party, oh my God, you would kill. You
It's
would
mad
kill.
because they're owned by Estee Lauder now. So when
Fucking nuts.
yeah. So Joe sold it. Joe sold it.
Yeah.
And now it's owned by Estee Lauder. But when I used to work there, they used to have like a staff shop that you could go to and you can get all this Estee Lauder stuff. So they
Wow.
own brands like Tom Ford and stuff. So you can get the Tom Ford cosmetics.
Wow.
I'll get my sister like some Bobbi Brown makeup.
That's
and,
amazing.
and stuff like this. So yeah, like working there was quite cool. Like some of the perks and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've told them, I was like, listen, man, I'm here for Christmas
You're
adverts, you know?
there.
I've even got the vision for the advert.
Yeah,
You-
Do you know what I mean?
Creative
Yeah, yeah.
director,
Yeah, I've
host.
got the vision. So it's me working in the shop and it's, it's gift wrapping. And someone's like, do you want help with that? And I'm like, no, it's all right. And then I imagine Christmas in my house. What a wonder. It's the most. And it's me like lighting my big mansion.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then it's like, huh? Oh, sorry, madam. And yeah, that's the advert. I've
Can
got
Ian
it
Wright
there.
be in it though?
Written the advert.
got it
Ian Wright's
there,
got to be in
yeah,
it.
Yeah, Ian Wright's got to be in it.
Ian Wright's gotta be in
Getting
it.
a massage. Getting like a hand
Yeah.
massage.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
We worked in retail as kids, didn't we? Everywhere I've worked now has gone into liquidation.
Where did you
None of
work?
them. Gadget shop.
Gadget shop.
Gadget shop.
Do you remember Gadget
I
Shop?
vaguely
remember
remember
it?
that.
You know, man, you
Best
could go
job
in.
ever.
There was the you could do the hands in the nail
In
things.
the nail
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yes.
It's mad.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah.
She used to stand outside in the inflatable sumo suit.
Yeah. I left college, didn't finish my ES levels, like the first year of college. I got
Yeah.
a full-time job at the gadget shop.
Really?
Like, yeah, I loved it though. It was meant, like, I dressed in a sumo suit nearly
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
It was class. And then Dorothy Perkins, that's gone.
Dorothy Perkins.
Dorothy Perkins, yeah. Tammy Girl, no, because Tammy Girl turned into Dorothy Perkins. River Island's actually still going. I work at River
Nice.
Island.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
still
yeah.
going.
All sports I work
All
at.
sports,
All
that's
sports.
not
All
there.
sports.
I think it teaches you a lot working in retail.
Oh, it
Like, you've
teaches you
really
people so
got
much.
your people skills.
I was on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
£2.75 an hour.
£2.75.
£2.75 an hour.
What year is this then?
This was 1901. No, this was
I know. 2000 and,
2001. 2001.
No, we left school 2002, so 2003.
It must have been 2003. I got it. I
or 4
remember.
or 5.
I remember
bit
being at
later on.
college and I got the job there. And I remember everyone said, "How is it How are you £2.75? That's illegal." And it was because we were on a commission basis, so you
Okay.
could get commission.
Yeah,
But this was South Shields High Street, all sports, and you only got commission if the store hit its targets. And
Oh,
it never hit its
no.
targets.
Is it?
Never hit its targets.
Isn't that crazy
So
now?
illegal.
Because you know, like, if that was the case now, you'd be straight on TikTok.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like now I'm seeing secrets of people that work
Slagging
in
them off.
retail and they tell you what happens behind the scenes. But I just feel like I get it, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to see the
You
secrets.
don't want to know 'em.
Yeah.
No, I know,
I
I'm
get
the
it if you're
same.
being underpaid though.
Yeah,
Do you know what
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah.
But I've seen one where someone got dismissed and is like, what? I got dismissed. I'm going to tell you how we cook the chicken. I said,
Oh,
come
I
on,
know.
don't do that.
really upsets me, actually.
Don't do that.
Yeah, like fast food restaurants, especially. I'm like, I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to live
yeah.
in a world where I don't know what goes
Don't
on.
know what happens.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know how you make your
Yes.
burgers or who's spitting in them or whatever. Don't want to know.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
it? Was it a Domino's or was it a Burger? It was a McDonald's. Someone
be
posted a
careful.
photo. No, they got him. A guy put a photo on social media of him standing barefoot in the trays of lettuce. And he was like, "This is your lettuce that's going in your burgers." And he put it on Reddit or something. And they fucking found him and they sacked him.
Good.
It was
Oh,
amazing. They
shit.
literally sleuthed them online. Boom, it's there, it's that, it's this, and the timings and all this. And they found exactly who it was, the branch it was, and who the guy was, and they sacked him.
I don't mess with
Good.
Reddit though. Reddit is
Crazy.
serious stuff.
I've
Yeah, yeah,
never. Do you go on it? I don't go on it.
I've delved onto it. You know what? I tried to find out. They've got these cameras when you drive, and for the life of me, I would see them on lampposts, and I'm like, "What is that?" And I thought
Okay.
it was a camera, and I didn't know what it was, and it was just bugging my brain because I was like, "I don't know what it is, a camera." And then I went on Reddit,
Mm.
and then they said it's not. It's basically to judge how much traffic is coming in the area, whether they're going to put speed bumps.
That's what they're
But
telling
you'll
me.
see them on a lamppost and it's a camera. And I was sitting there just like, what's that?
Yeah.
What? I need to know what
We're
Big
being,
brother.
thing
we're
is.
being
Yeah.
watched.
Oh, yeah, we're always being watched.
We're always being watched.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think the sooner we come to terms with the fact that we are constantly monitored and watched, then it's just easier.
Do you ever have that thing where, like, you go on social media and you see the thing that you've been thinking about or
Oh.
said and it pops up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking
Yeah.
is a scary one.
Thinking is scary.
Thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
So during the dreaded COVID, can you remember that bike ride I went on and I bumped into a guy I used to box with and I came back and I was a shell of me for myself?
Is this the conspiracy theorist man?
Dude, this guy, I bumped into him, right? I was on my bike ride and I just randomly bumped into him and I was like, hiya. And it was all, elbows and high fives with your feet time. And he just grabs us and hugs us. And he was like, oh, and he was like, all of this. And I'm not kidding. He went from 0 to 100. And he said, there's something like there's metal falling down from the sky and it can read our brain. And he said he was on his phone and he needed to get something, cat food or something. And he was going, and I didn't write it in my phone. I thought it. And then thinking it was, and I used to go from where I met him, I used to go another couple of miles and I just took a shortcut straight home and I was just like, fucking killed. Does you remember? He took
do
years off
remember.
my life, that fella.
Is it?
Years off, but he said the thinking it. Apparently, you can think something and your phone will pick it up.
I don't know about that. Like,
The reckon?
come on.
Nah? What do you reckon?
No.
You reckon you can?
I do in a weird way of, not a weird, I do in a positive way. If I want something and it happens, I've done that a few times. I'm very big into things like the law of
Manifesting.
attraction. And
Yeah, me
manifesting.
too.
Okay.
Definitely.
Very, very huge in that. But I do think I think social media knows us better than we know
It
ourselves.
knows your algorithm. It
Yeah.
knows what you're watching.
Right.
What I
so
like
you think
and
it's
what
like a
time,
determinism
what I wanna
thing.
buy,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I don't
okay.
want to buy, what I might put in the basket. Because I'm a big fan of putting stuff in the basket, not buying it.
Oh my God, I do that.
I do that all the time.
All the time.
All
Yeah.
the time.
What is that? Is that just the thrill of going, I might buy that? Is it like shopping, but then you don't have to pay anything?
A little bit.
I swear to God, it's all I do.
Do you know what's
I don't
different?
buy anything.
I think what's different for me now is knowing I can afford the thing, but do I need it? So that's why I keep it in there. And I'm like, if I go back to in a week, I know if I really need it. And then if it's sold out, I'm like, I didn't really want it. Or maybe I did really want it. But I do that a lot in the basket. But I heard that now what they do, they know when you put things in your basket, so they send you specialized offers because they're like, right, you've put this in your basket for a week. So let's send her 15% and she's more likely to buy that.
Oh my
because
God.
it's in her
And it
basket.
works because I'll get oh no, I hate this though.
Yeah.
I'll get an email going, did you forget something?
Oh, it's so passive aggressive.
I'm like, no, I didn't buy it. Fuck off. I hate that. Oh, psst, we saw you looking. I get really irritated. And then I read it and I'm like, no.
My Amazon, I buy so much on Amazon. It's
I love
crazy.
Amazon.
And I was on the train yesterday and I showed you we're getting, so for the actual podcast, we wear the big massive things, but you can get the little, I saw John Robbins and Ellis James wearing the little in-ears that go on the back, but they're like studio monitor headphones.
Yeah.
So I ordered them. I ordered some like cables for them and some other all podcast stuff. And I'm like, go to checkout, and then it pops up with like, what about the other stuff you normally buy? The fucking range of shit it offered us. I swear to God, right? Water filters for the coffee machine.
Yeah.
Dishwasher discs.
Oh yeah.
Printer paper. And multivitamins. It was like, do you know what these? You always getting these? I was like, what the fuck is my life?
Don't you find it's mad with Amazon when you can't get it the next day? Like I bought something for the bread and it took a week and I was fuming. I was like, what you mean it's coming in a week? It should be here tomorrow.
I'm so
because I want it
privileged.
tonight.
Yeah.
It should be here tomorrow. You know, I used to buy a lot of electricals on Amazon.
Yeah.
Especially during the pandemic, I'd buy like a memory card. So I wanted this camera, right? It's like a little DJI. So I was like, I'm going to get this camera. I was going away. And when it came, I opened it and someone had clearly put their hand in and took the camera out. So, and what they replaced it with was 2 bottles of lube. I swear on my life. I swear on my life. I was raging. So I called up Amazon. I said, excuse me, my camera isn't here. They said, oh, we're so sorry for that. I said, they've replaced it with something. I said, what they replaced it with? I said, 2 bottles of lube. and then I swear on my life. So then I was like, so there's like, okay, so we're gonna investigate it, but can you send it back? Right. So at this point, I was like, well, I don't want to send back.
Sorry, I've already used it.
2 bottles.
Sorry, Scott.
So I was so embarrassed. I just said, look, I'll take the hit, and I just had 2 bottles of lube.
Was that so? It was a weight thing.
Yes, yeah. I was fuming.
Hey Siri, how many bottles of lube weighs the same as a Canon 4D?
Because you know, like with Amazon, they'll put like, you know, the boxes that the camera comes in. It's only like, it's very small. It's not very big. So I think at the time, I might have bought 2. So sometimes when I buy electronics, I'll buy the one that I might keep at home and buy the one that I travel with. Especially if it's like something I can use remotely. So, and it's small, but Amazon do that thing where they give you so much packaging and a huge box for something so small. Yeah. So I think someone's just been like, hang on, let's have a, because I needed to give him the code. So once I give him the code, because then it's like, well, it's my word against theirs. Do you know what I mean?
Amazon have got such a good business model in the fact that I've never sent anything back.
Never.
I couldn't even tell you how. I actually got an eye cream recently, right? And I swear to God, it had been opened, right? And the box was so mangled, and the eye cream, and there was no seal. And I still use it, but every time I put this eye cream on, I'm like,
she gets an eye infection. She gets an eye infection every week.
I do. It's nearly run out now, thank God. But every time I put it on, I'm going, what is this? Somebody.
Could be anything. It could be dog jizz.
It honestly, it could be lube. Could be dog jizz. I don't know, but I didn't know how to send something back.
They used to have this thing called Amazon. I think it was like Amazon Fresh. So you can order your food and it'll come straight to you. So when I first moved out, it was great because I could order electricals. So I'd order a load of food. And because I was bored at home, I was like, oh, I've got Sonos speakers. Oops. Just add it to the order. But yeah, my problem is I like to buy, I'm a gadget person.
I was going to say, you sound very gadgety.
Yeah, but I buy gadgets that I'm like, I don't know if I need this, but it's good to tell people about.
Okay.
So I went to Germany, and so me, my girlfriend, and the baby went to Germany, and it was like -7. So I knew it was going to be cold. So I was like, all right, I've got the heated gilet. So I go, and then it heats up at the front and the back. Then I seen you can get heated gloves. Right?
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah.
They are terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Too hot.
But it's not too hot. It's like you've got to connect it to the wire, but the wire's got to go all up here.
Like a pair of mittens that are connected.
No.
Dangling like you're in year one.
So annoying. And then you move it and then the wire pops out. But it's so cold because you can't pull up your coat to plug it in. And I was like, this is... But at the time, I'm telling I'm like, look, feel my hands. Feel my hands. I bet you wish you had a pair of these.
Didn't give his girlfriend. Didn't give his girlfriend. Just show
There's the baby freezing.
Yeah, I'm a big gadget person, man. Yeah, that's like anytime I can find a thing. Even when we traveled, the first time we traveled with a baby, and we had this. It was like a portable cot, and you just kind of pull it open, and then it goes pop, pop, and then you put the thing in. And then you put the bed in, and then you put the baby in. And I was like, wow, look at that.
Travel cot.
Yeah, but it's like, you can put it in your bed as opposed to the ones you got to build it and put the Allen keys in. And where this one, you just kind of pull it, put the thing over and the bed.
Yeah, and it's done.
Yeah,
Nice.
I felt like I was in the future. As a dad.
I know what you mean.
I was like, I'm in the future.
So it kind of looks like that from the top, and then you pull each corner out.
Yes.
You push the bottom in.
Yes.
You put the honestly, you've just classed yourself as a gadget man. That is a standard fucking dude. The fucking travel lodge will give you them. What are you talking about?
You're gonna be so
You've been
embarrassed
buying-
when you
you've
go
been
to a
buying too
hotel.
much-
What it was, yeah? Because
You've been buying too much lube.
What-
You've lost touch with reality.
everything's so new to me in this world, isn't it? So especially the baby stuff. So when I'm looking everywhere else, I'm like, oh, they ain't got it in Mums and Papas. They ain't got it there. Amazon. And then I told my friend, I was like, bro, you want to get on this, man? It's like you don't need to build this one. Pull it open and bow you. There it is. There's so many things we've got. And then I realized I'm like, I don't think I'm the first to discover this.
You could go mad on gadgets in the baby world.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
my God,
Yes.
they're
You must have the
good.
thing that makes the bottle like a baby espresso machine. You must have that.
Yes, we've got one of those.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen the thing, that rocket thing that you put on the buggy and it like
And it shakes it. Yeah, so we've got that one. We've got the bottle. But the bottle, my thing is, it's like when I'm counting the scoops, and I'm doing a 7 ounce. And I'm sitting there like, have I done 5? Or have I done 6?
Oh yeah, you forget.
Oh, the amount,
is it 6?
put it back in.
And you put it back in.
Yeah.
And every part of me sits there and I'm putting these scoops of powder in. And I was like, I could never be a drug dealer because I would be so awful at this because I'm like, let's give it to him, innit? Let's give him a kilo on the house. Oh my God, it's so confusing.
Kilo on the house.
He's a good customer.
He does keep coming back for more. It is Moorish.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
How are you doing night feeds and stuff? Are you taking turns or what?
Yeah, so when she was a newborn, I was very like we kind of was like rotating the times where once you get to that place and you're like, she just sleeps now.
Mm-hmm.
So now we was just like, oh my God, we got 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like at once.
It's mad how you appreciate, like you're literally
Oh
like,
my God.
I had 4.5, 5 hours uninterrupted sleep, and it's like, what the fuck? I used to sleep 10 hours before I had kids.
Yeah.
10 hours.
You worked very hard at the gadget shop in your defense.
But then it's hard as a dad because I think I'm trying to see what I can do. Like, how can I help out? What do you want me to do? And it's hard because then I'm asking, like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I just want you to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't know what.
No, we think that you should know.
How old is your child now?
We've got 2. We've
You've
got
2?
10 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So when
2
I first
boys.
met you, your 10-year-old must have been newborn.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
I've done your show the Chris Ramsey show.
You did the Chris
That's
Ramsey
the first TV show I've ever been on, right?
Yeah.
Did you know
Was
that?
it really?
I'd never been on a television show before
way.
or been on a set.
Oh, you
that was the
couldn't tell.
first show I was
You
ever
were
on.
fantastic. And
Yeah, thank you so
rem-
much for that, by the way.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, I'd never forget that.
gosh.
But that was like my first time. I'm like, wow, I'm on a TV set.
Wow.
I'll never forget
What
how
was that?
incredibly successful you got just after being on my show. That was annoying. That was a fucking right kick in the day. Oh my God, he's a household name.
Chris is
Oh, he
really
wasn't when we
angry.
had him. It wasn't when we had him.
Chris, you know, if there was an award for a person who's helped people in their career
Yeah.
and not got there himself,
Oh
you
no,
would
no,
win
no,
that.
no! My show had no impact on his career. It was like a day.
No,
It was
but
like a
do you
night
know what? I
off.
think for me, it was the
that's
first time being on TV, but also it was like, oh, I get to see how it works.
How it all works,
And because I
yeah.
remember you was hosting your show and seeing how like you would talk to the audience before the show. I think it was myself and someone else from Made in Chelsea. I'm not too sure whose name was. But
Yeah.
Spencer?
Spencer. And then there was
Can't
someone
remember who it
else
was.
who
Or
was
Jamie?
on from Towie on the show.
Yeah, you were on a very odd mix of people.
Yes,
Yeah.
But the way you was like talking to the audience and stuff, I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. I'm on an actual show.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, man.
yeah, I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget the time. Do you remember when we was on the train coming back from Leeds? Leeds Festival.
Yeah.
And I remember at this stage, it was still new. Everything was quite new to me. And I remember you was the person that got me into watches. Because I never bought a watch at this point.
Wow.
So you was the person who was like, yeah, I've got this watch. And I was like, oh, wow, I want to get one. And you gave me all the details without being like, because sometimes you can meet people, like I've met a few footballers and like, yeah, well, what you got? And I'm like, oh, I just got this Rolex. It's not a Patek, is it? No, it's not a limited edition. And I'm like, no, it's not. I don't. I do corporates for Domino's, bro. But I remember you got me into watches, but I'll never forget that day when we was on the train and this guy came up to us. We was having a conversation.
Mate.
And this guy was like, Mo, big fan, man, big fan. And he was like, I just came from the races. What are you doing here? I said, I just had a comedy show.
Yeah.
And he's like, mate, any chance you can FaceTime my fiance? She's gonna go mad.
It was mad.
Do you remember this?
I remember every bit of this.
I don't know.
So I was like, yeah, sure.
Right.
So he's on the train and he's FaceTime his fiance. He was a little bit drunk. And it was the
He
most
wasn't just drunk.
underwhelming
She
response.
was-
Oh, stop.
I
wanted to die.
So cringe. I felt embarrassed. I think he felt embarrassed. I think
Oh,
you felt
God.
embarrassed
I
for
wanted
me.
to- if there was a window, I'd have climbed out of that train. It was horrible.
I don't know then.
Yeah. He was a guy.
And
So he
so
was
what, was she
so
just not
awkward.
bothered at all?
He was fucking coked off his nut, right? He had a big fucking expensive watch on, big watch, and he was a trader. He was like,
Okay.
he was a bit of a trader, money, and he got you to
yeah.
FaceTime her. It was like she just woke up. She was just not, I was so upset.
God.
And then he spent the rest of the thing telling her how he's an investor and he can double her money and stuff. And I'll never, he went, so if you give me like 50 bags, I can turn it. And I'm literally, you're like nodding and we're both nodding. I'm sure he went, and I'm sure we were both like, what the fuck's 50 bags?
What is 50
I
bags?
think it meant £50,000.
Okay.
But he kept saying bags. And we were like, what is this guy going on about?
One of my top 5 awkward interactions
Oh, no,
ever.
I'm so
horrible.
Because it
sorry.
was the whole, I'm going to FaceTime this person.
Yeah.
He's so excited. And I think now I know my boundaries where I'll be like, oh, not right now, man. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting with a friend, just having a chat. Whereas at this stage, you just
We
say...
were both quite new though, weren't we?
Yeah. You just say yes to everything. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, look who I'm with. And she was like, oh, who's that?
That
I
was
was
it.
like, oh,
Who's
nah.
that? He went, it's more the comedian.
Yeah.
And
it
I was
so
like,
awkward, man.
I know.
I was
So awkward.
Someone got a picture with us once. And she was like, and they were like, they're desperate for a picture with you. And she was stood there. She was like, I don't know who you are. Just everyone seems to know you. You know, when you want the world to swallow you up.
Oh, yeah.
And die.
Yeah. Who are you then?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Why
Sorry,
is
I
everyone
watch
talking?
TV.
So that's the thing, right? It's the person who is there, who is annoyed that everyone else is excited to know who you are. They're the fucking hand grenade.
Yeah.
They're the
Why
hand
is everyone
grenade.
talking to you?
Who? I don't know who he is. But look,
Yeah.
me being recognised, I'm not fucking attacking you by being recognised. It's not my fault that I'm being recognised. I'm sorry. I'm
And
sorry.
it's mad because at that time, you're just giving people time who have just been like, oh, man, what are you doing?
Which is brilliant. Don't
And
get us wrong. It's the best thing ever.
You know, you give them a conversation, you're talking, and then it's like, so what you do then? What you do then? You're like, I don't know, like, do comedy. Where can I find it? Where do you find your comedy? It's just, I don't know. This is such a weird interaction.
Yeah.
Because your friend wants a picture, but then you're questioning what I do. This is so awkward now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll look you up then.
But it's weird that the fact that their friend wants a photo doesn't validate the point.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They go, well, this person wants a photo, so it's fine. I mean, most people are, 99.9% of people are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What I get, I don't get as much anymore, but I used to get, which I used to love, was, I know you. Where do I know you from? I go, I don't know. No, come on, what is it? Oh, I don't know. What then? And I go, I'm a comedian. It's not that. It fucking is that. I guarantee it's that, because I've never been to this town before and I've never met you or anyone who knows you. I will put my fucking house on that it's that. Right?
I had a girl one time walk past me and she's like, we're kind of walking through this door. So I've held the door open for her and she's walking and she goes, are you? And I was like, and then she's like, nah, it's not you. And she walked off. I wanted to run back. Like, it's me. It was me.
We're going to do the question in a minute, but what's happened to me recently is when someone says, well, what you been on the telly? Because then you have to end up saying, oh, I sometimes do stuff
It's
on
when
the
you have
telly.
to give them your
And then
CV.
you stood there in Sainsbury's telling some random woman all of the TV shows you've done, and then they still don't know who you are. And I'm like, I can't
don't watch that
Yeah,
one.
I've never seen that
Yeah.
one. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah. It's odd because
Have a great day.
this whole job is begging for validation, but then when you've got to do it on your big shop, it's a bit much like.
Yeah, but then sometimes I say all the things and I go, actually, it's not that much, is it? I probably should work a bit more. Lovely. Right, we're going to do this story.
Yes. Okay, so Mo, you have got to
my
please
eye.
keep me anonymous to read out for us.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Hi, Chris and Rosie. Please keep me anonymous, as I'm sure if the heathen this is about listens, he will know it's from me.
Oh my
In brackets,
God.
unless his actions weren't a one-off.
Oh,
this feels
is
juicy. I feel like I'm on Loose Women. This is fantastic, man. Okay.
This is like, you know them shitty magazines where on the front it's
the
like...
column sections.
Yeah, this is what this is.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
not a thing anymore, is it?
Not
No,
as
I think
much
they
now.
are. All them stuff,
Yeah.
like stuck 6 cream eggs up my arse and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
this is what this is. This part of our podcast is this, and I love it.
Why do you always
And I
mention the
hope it never
story you
does.
sent in?
No, what was the best one? It was like something like went to the shop for quavers, ended up selling sex. Like, it's just
Yeah, stuff like
oh,
that.
wild.
They're great,
Wild.
aren't they? Yeah.
Love it.
Oh,
Hope it
let's-
never
let's
dies. It's a
crack on,
part
man.
of it's a part of our culture that I
Yeah.
really enjoy.
Before on the podcast, you talked about nicknames that people have given good or bad dates.
Yeah.
In brackets, for example, Nice Coatley.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
wanted to share a nickname me and my friends have for a man I once went on a date with.
Okay.
It was a standard date, nothing too wild, just went out for some food and to get to know each other. It was all going well. We weren't clicking much, but nothing too offensive until the food arrived and he ate the entire thing with his hands.
You're not going to see what I think you're about to see.
He had mash.
It's not just
That was it. He had mash with his hands.
That's what you said. He ate mash with his hands,
With his hands.
on a first date.
That is so wild.
That's
Of
horrible.
all the things you could eat, chips, pizza, but mash. Do you know how? That's crazy, man. Like, I keep picturing me if I had to eat mash with my hands.
I'd be devastated.
Like, I went to this one restaurant and you have to eat this food with your hands, but that's the premise.
Yes.
Everyone's doing it, so you get the kind of pancake with the rice and do all it, but mash in a place,
That's
Weatherspoons and cinnamon. Pass me the salt.
it's the worst one.
She said things did not work out with him, but he will forever be known as Mash Man, and for that reason, I've never been able to eat it since. Now that's fucking crazy, man.
Mash Man! I was so excited to hear the
Mash
name.
Man.
Mash Man. That is wonderful. Oh, you know what his theme tune is? We do the mash. We do the monster mash.
Well
we
done.
do the mash. Mo, it's been awesome chatting to you, man. I can't believe you remember that guy from the train. I'm blown away.
Never forget that.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
Every time I
genuinely
go on a
awful.
train, I sit there and I'm like, please don't talk to me, man. Please. and if you do, please don't FaceTime your partner
I will
telling you I'm
never
there.
forget the genuine relief. Because when you're with another comedian, another famous person, and someone comes up and only loves one of you, you always take it a little bit personally. But when the FaceTime happened, I thanked the Lord that guy had no idea who I was.
Do you ever have this thing where you're with someone and like they're like, oh my God, it's you. Can I get a picture? And then you're like, oh, and then, you know, I remember once I was with Russell Howard and the guy was like, Russell Howard, mate, can I have a picture? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I'll take it for you. And I took the picture. But then, you know, some people who don't like attention. And Russell was like, oh, yeah, sure, mate. Yeah. And then he tried to pass it back to me. He's like, do you know who this is, though? I was like, they don't know who I am.
That's Russell.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah.
But this person don't know me like that, man.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Nah, no worries. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate that,
Oh gosh,
man.
so do we.
It's always great to see you as well, so I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man. Thank you. Brilliant.
Yeah, oh, that was so much fun.